You know, you haven't got this fire going at all. You haven't got it drawing.
Every time I light the fire, you say that.
Yeah, well, I don't say it too often then, do I? You haven't got a knack for lighting a fire.
The fire is not burning because it's not getting any air, and it's not getting any air because you're sitting on top of it.
Well, where do you expect me to sit? It's not chucking any heat out.
You just shut up about the fire, will you? Leave it.
Yeah, wind, you said it well last time. Back pressure on the flue. Well, there's no wind today, is there?
Oh, I'll buy a pair of bellows, shall I? Beautify your home, it says, with a pair of reproduction, antique, luxury-style bellows. Brings that old-world touch to your hearth and home. Still, we don't need them, do we? We've got you.
Now what are you on about?
Oh, I'm just amusing myself, that's all, amongst these slash bargains and Dolce Vita 90s.
Yeah.
There's a gadget here, stops your hot water bottle leaking.
Yeah, well, you want to amuse yourself by getting to grips to this place that you're going to decorate.
Yeah, well, I've given that idea up.
Oh, have you?
Uh-huh.
Well, I haven't. It's high time it were done.
Good. Well, I'll try not to get in your way.
I thought you were going to do it.
Oh, look, give it a rest, will you, Uncle Albert? It's Saturday morning. Now, on Saturday morning, I like to relax, read the paper, drink 3 cups of tea and skip shaving. To me, that's Saturday, and I don't spoil it.
By gum, you've got a proper tendency to idleness, haven't you?
Uh-huh.
Right. If you want a job doing...
You want my advice? I'd soak it first.
All right.
Put something on the floor myself.
I hope you were doing it.
That's right.
But you're not doing it, are you?
Polio.
Hey?
Your pools for the polio. I'm standing in for Doris Wallace because she's poorly.
Yeah.
Thinking of decorating, Mr. Taflock?
No, it's his new hobby. He's taking up vandalism.
Oh, yeah, very comical. Taff, all in a good cause. My Stan's very good at decorating, you know, and home improvements and that. Made a lovely job of our arch. Yeah, I'd probably tell you how to do it. I mean, it's always worth increasing the value of your property.
Flaming hatch. Look, all I want is a lick of paper and paint.
Yeah, well, if you don't mind me saying, it's not before time.
You think that, do you?
Yeah, no offence, man, but who would to give me the willies with this lot? I'd get depressions.
Really?
Yeah, you find that, though, don't you? You know, some people are very sensitive to what's around them, like. Yeah, I'm very much that way myself, you know. Got to have a bit of colour and brightness. Like a flower, really.
Really?
Doesn't bother Stan much, though.
Oh, you do surprise me. Oh, we thought Stan was very flower-like.
Oh, no. No, live with anything he would. Very good at decorating, mind. I choose, he puts up.
Yeah. And how he puts up, I do not know.
I'll send him along.
Oh, you're joking. This time of a Saturday morning, he'll be spark out. No, hang on, I tell a lie. 5 minutes to opening time. His feet'll just be hitting the lino.
Oh, come on, Spider. Time to get up. Ooh, who's my list? Rug.
I just wish I knew how she was getting on, that's all.
If it gets rough, don't you worry. She'll be back through this door like a shot.
She might at least let us know where she is.
Has she not told you?
Oh, she just said Mossley Range, that's all.
Yes, but why doesn't she let us know her address?
You know what she's like. She can be a bit pig-headed at times.
Well, I just think that's being silly.
I know what Billy means. Some people have to make their little demonstrations.
Yeah, it's all very well, but I mean, what if something's happened to her?
Knock it off, Betty.
You never know. I mean, what if she... Look, if she was poorly, who'd know?
That's what I ask myself.
She may be pig-headed, but she's not daft. If she was sick, or how'd she get on the phone?
Look, a young girl like that, I don't think she realises the difficulties of her situation. I know what she said, but I still don't think
She's
so.
not a kid. For heaven's sake, she's 23.
I suppose it's old enough.
Of course it is. Well, some of these students are living in digs at 17. Hey, up. Stan's late, ain't he?
Hello, Elsie. It's me, Lucille. Oh, great, Taya. Look, why I was ringing, I wondered, can you get blankets discount from the warehouse? Yeah, you know, just ordinary. How about 3? And a pillow? Oh, it's great, yeah. No, I'm okay for now. I've got a sleeping bag. Oh, yeah, sheets, I suppose I will, won't I? Oh, no, just make it 2 for now. How much will it cost? How much? Is that staff price? Oh, it's a lot, isn't it? No, I was just going to ask for a rug, that's all. But I think I'll leave it for now. Oh, no, my room's great. I've been very lucky, really. It's, I mean, you know, you can make it really nice. It just needs brightening up a bit, that's all.
Oh, do you mind shifting your chair? Under my feet there.
Uncle, I'll do the decorating. Just stop mucking about.
All right. You'll do it when somebody else makes a start for you.
That's not a start, that's minor damage.
Any road I did get stuck in.
Yeah.
All you do is sit there making cracks.
All right, well, just stop taking cobs out of the plaster, will you? I'll go down and get the gear and start this afternoon.
What's the matter with now?
I'll start when I get the gear.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Are we going to see you down at the centre today or not?
Oh, I didn't know it was that time. I'll be right over.
You can come now, there's some chairs to put out.
Right, hey, and you get on with this job.
Yes, and you go and get on putting your chairs out. Will you be back for your tea?
No, I'm having my tea with Minnie Caldwell.
Right.
You don't happen to know what she's got in, do you?
Don't ask me, I shan't be there, she's fell out with me.
Again?
So I'm told.
What is it this time?
How did I know? I've passed Mither in.
Oh, well, it's funny. I mean, you're falling out like that without knowing.
Now, I couldn't help thinking about it, Mrs. Caldwell.
No, Mother, can I? I tried to put it out of my mind, but you can't.
You know, I think you're probably making too much of it.
How you can say that when all your memories...
Mrs. Caldwell, it is only one letter.
And what sort of a letter? All these years, and I thought she was my friend.
But she is. She always has been.
Oh, we know better now. If I'd known what she was harbouring, only I don't blame Armistead. She must have led him on.
It is 50 years ago, Mrs. Caldwell, and all there is one letter.
What she's kept all these 50 years?
Yes, she has, but that doesn't prove that they had an affair or that there was anything at all.
Well, then what were these moments of happiness? You tell me.
Well, there's no telling. Obviously, they went for a walk, but that was all.
Well, then they were playing me false, 'cause Armistead were walking out with me.
Well, Armistead must have realised where his true affections lay, mustn't he, if he was ever in doubt?
Or maybe just stop writing letters.
Well, if you insist on thinking the worst, you must have it out with Mrs. Sharples.
No.
Well, you must, mustn't you?
I don't need to know any more. I know who's been false to me. Well, at least I shan't go to my grave in ignorance.
Right, who fancies making it to match then?
Not a lot, mate.
Oh, come on, they'll need a bit of a lift. They're playing them London what's-its.
I know, and I prefer football myself.
Alan, what about you? Coming to match?
No, love, no, I wouldn't.
What, Saturday afternoon?
It's waiting for me, Jerry.
Oh, today?
All right. I'll get through as soon as I can.
Well, it's all right, you know.
I did make promises for Monday.
And you intend to keep them?
Well, if I possibly can, yes.
Well, go on then.
You don't mind?
Of course not.
What's the difference of working all the extra hours at the garage compared with working all the extra hours at the nightclub?
A hell of a lot.
Yes, I suppose so. But you did used to complain about the extra hours I did at the garage, you know.
Never again.
I'll see you at tea time.
Alan settling down again, is he?
Settling down, Mrs. Walker?
After his excursion into, shall we say, high life?
Oh, I shouldn't worry about him, Mrs. Walker. He's making a living.
Billy tells me that he's ended his association with Mr. Fraser.
Yeah, I suppose you could say that.
Yes, very wise. I never cared for the cut of that man's jib.
I don't love him very much myself, Mrs. Walker, but Alan makes his own decisions.
With a little help. That's what we're for, though, isn't it?
It's naught to do with me, Mrs. Walker.
I'm sure.
Pull the other one. You couldn't stand Jimmy Fraser, could you?
Yeah, well, I'm not denied it. Can I have a gin and tonic, please?
You know, you do well to think again about Jimmy Fraser.
I'd rather not bother if you don't mind, Billy.
What was it that worried you so much about Alan then?
Why?
It was this, wasn't it?
More or less, yes.
Yeah, I noticed seeing with Jimmy and his 80-proof lunches. Alan just took to it too easy, that's all.
If you're being serious, Billy, I think so too.
Yeah, and so did Jimmy. I mean, that was what he was worried about.
Come off it. Jimmy Fraser, the original hit flask man.
Oh, yeah, but he never lets you get on top of him. He always stays on the ball.
Tell me something. How do you know so much?
Well, I was in that game when I mean Motors.
No, I'm talking about Jimmy Fraser.
Oh, he's been around for quite a while. You know, I reckon you owe him a favour, so don't start calling him. Look, when Alan wanted to jack it in, did Jimmy argue?
Well, according to Alan.
No, well,
No, I
it's because
suppose
he
not.
likes him as a bloke. But what he couldn't stand was his form with the bottle. Well, that's what I've heard anyway.
Well, I don't know whether I want to hear it or not.
I just thought I'd mention it in case you start shouting about Jimmy and he starts shouting back at you.
Yeah, you forgot the tonic. Billy, can I have a pint of bitter in a jug?
In a jug?
Yeah, Stan's going to Mullet. He's feeling poorly.
Oh, I thought there was so much up. I had to suck his pint this morning.
Oh, you won't be going to match neither then?
Oh, no, he's streaming. Won't take nothing for it, though. Only mulled ale. He says it's a very old traditional remedy.
It's better than a pint of Friar's Balsam.
Yeah, looks like we're going to be stuck here while closing time then.
Move over.
Yeah.
Milk stout, Betty, please.
Yeah, take it out, love.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
A lot of us can't sit here until closing time. You haven't the time or the brass.
Start.
Hey, I tell you what we haven't done for a bit.
What's that?
Had a bit of a card school going.
Oh, that's an idea.
Do you fancy a few hands?
Oh, why not?
Well, let's see who pops in. I tell you what, Alan might fancy a hand later.
By heck, the leisure industry.
Mrs. Sharples, have you got a moment?
Yes, just.
Well, I know I shouldn't interfere.
Oh, when people begin like that.
They're always interfering, yes. But it's about Mrs. Caldwell.
Oh, I can't be bothered.
Well, I think you should know she's found a letter of yours, an affectionate letter, a very old letter, from Armistead.
Has she? Well, serve her right for rooting.
A pint of bitter, please, Betty.
How's it going, mate?
Not wonderful.
Getting started on your decorating then, are you?
You spotted the clues.
I've just been on the phone to Eileen, so he's popping on his way back from the garage.
I
knew he couldn't miss it.
What's that then? What's that?
Hey, are you dashing on with that lot there?
Oh, not anxiously, no.
Well, why don't you stick around for a bit? We're having a few hands of cards after.
After what?
Oh, we're closed now.
Oh, I see. Serious business, is it?
Oh, no, it's just so much to do. Can you play poker?
Well, I used to, a few years ago.
Oh, come on then.
No. I'd only lose.
I hope so.
Well, I suppose it's a bit better than stripping paper off walls and things. Yeah, all right. Yeah, where is it? Usual back room, then?
Playing the snug.
In the snow? Not likely. That sounds like sacrilege.
Good afternoon.
Do you mind knocking?
I'm just going down to the market for my fruit and veg. Are you coming with me?
No, I'm not.
Why? Is it because you don't want anything because you're out with me?
I'd rather not speak to you at all, and I'd be happy if you'd leave.
Well, I can wait until you spit it out, or I could wring it out of you. My curiosity's got the better of me. Well, are you going to tell me or not? Oh, well, if that's your attitude, I'll go. But while I'm at it, I'll take my property with me. I hear you've got a letter of mine.
Oh, so you know.
I know that you've been doing something that's not right. You've been rooting in my belongings.
I'd every right to know about it. It's never too late to know the truth.
You were rooting.
I wasn't. I were looking for... and I saw my Armistead's handwriting staring at me from the grave. I never had such a turn.
And I suppose you read it and imagined all sorts of things.
There was nothing to imagine. That was a love letter, and there's no use denying it.
Oh, that was a letter from a fellow who didn't know whether he was coming or going with you.
Well, he seemed to know where he was with you.
Minnie Caldwell. You used to fall out with him like you fall out with me for some very peculiar reasons. Do you remember going to Marple Lakes?
No, I can't say as I do.
Well, you did. We all did. The summer after the war in 1919.
I don't remember.
I do, and you took one of your mardy fits with him and went off on your own. Does it come back?
I don't remember ever being at Marple Lakes.
And he was very upset with Armistead, so who did he turn to? Well, who was it to turn to?
I remember coming home on my own from somewhere, only it wasn't Marple.
Oh, yes, it was. And while you were in your little paddy, we went for a walk, and we talked about you. And you'd got him proper foxed, and it was me who told him not to go after you.
Oh, Armistead never mentioned nothing like that to me.
Oh, well, like as not, but I suppose I was being nice to him and you weren't. Anyhow, in the middle of it all, he suddenly turned round and said he was looking at me with new eyes. And I told him not to be so daft. It was only because he was upset.
Are you telling me the truth?
Yes, of course I was. It was just before you became engaged, and I think it was because of that, because I told him not to take any notice of your tantrums.
I don't remember that day at all.
I do. I've every reason to, because I was very happy at that time. Oh, yes, I was very fond of Armistead. I liked him, but I made no secret of it.
Well, then why have you kept it all these 50 years?
Why? Well, it may or it may not have been a love letter, but it was very touching. You were very happy together, weren't you?
Oh, I always thought so.
Any road, I never got but 3 letters from men. Not nice ones. And the other 2 were from Alfred.
Oh, I never saw no letters from Alfred.
Well, you didn't root deep enough, did you? You can be a very daft woman, Minnie Caldwell. Go and put the kettle on.
I just popped in to say you're getting on.
Oh.
You know that phone hasn't stopped ringing since I left. I could have rented this place 10 times over.
I was very lucky then, wasn't I?
Yeah, there's a smell of paint, eh?
Yes, I was just...
Here, what are you doing with that chest of drawers?
Well, I'm painting it.
Painting it? That's a perfectly good chest of drawers.
Well, I know I wouldn't have bothered otherwise.
I did say you could go around painting furniture.
But it was all scratched, me. The varnish were all chipped.
That's a perfectly good chest of drawers.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think you'd mind.
Well, you should have asked, shouldn't you? You know, when you leave here, my girl, I've got to let this place again. Some people might not like purple furniture.
You mean you know people who like it all chipped?
I've had all this trouble with youngsters before. Painted the W.C. Black did one lot.
No, that sort of chest of drawers. I mean, you can buy it for a couple of quid.
Ah, but it's me that has to buy them, though.
Do you want me to scrape it off?
No, leave it as it is now. But in future, just you ask me. Hey, are them drawing pins in that picture?
Yes.
That'll do the plaster no good, you know. Yeah, I don't mind picture hooks.
Well, for heaven's sake, there's holes all over these walls if you look.
Go on, that had a dartboard here. They don't care, you know. I had to plaster a wall after him, and I want no more of that.
Well, I don't play darts.
Yeah, well, the next time you want to stick any holes in, you ask me.
Oh, do you know I got a place of my own? So I wouldn't have to ask somebody every time I wanted to blow my nose.
Oh, is that right? Well, you've got to realise, like...
Hey, man, that's it!
Oh, it's that all over my trousers.
Oh, no, it's just an issue. Here, give it to me. Well, all right, next time I want to do anything, I'll ask you, right?
Look, I don't mind decorating, but there's decorating and decorating.
Yes, and there's a light switch over there that's loose. I'm frightened of electrocuting myself.
Well, it should be all right.
Well, it's not.
Well, I'll see if I can get the electrician. I can't touch electricity.
Well, I think it's dangerous.
Well, I'll get it done when there's no wet paint around. Now, look, I try to be reasonable, but in future, if you want to do anything, just ask me.
All right.
Mind you, it's a nice colour.
Mrs. Sharples.
Why? What do you want?
Oh, well, nothing. I was just, I wondered...
Curious, were you?
You've made it up, then?
I wouldn't bother your head about it.
No, of course not. Is Mrs. Caldwell here? I've got her boot renewed.
She just popped across to Maggie Clegg's.
Oh, well, I'll leave it then. So, there was nothing to the letter, was there?
Oh, she gave it you to read, did she?
Well, yes, she did. Did you mind?
I do mind a great deal.
Well, she did practically coerce me in her way.
It had been private for 50 years and suddenly the whole world's drooling over it.
Hardly. Anyway, I knew there couldn't be anything.
Oh, did you?
Well, I mean, it was silly to
Silly?
think...
Why silly, may I ask? Do you think that folk in those days had no passions? Do you think us comical old folk has never had us moments?
Oh, I didn't mean that.
It's the same with them laughing at Albert and his Great War. Proper comical. You think they'd laugh at Vietnam in another 50 years?
I wasn't laughing at all.
Silly, you said. Well, I'll tell you, there was nothing silly about it.
Oh, no, I'm sure.
Armistead was very serious when he asked me to leave Alfred and go with him.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because he dropped Minnie and thought he'd fallen for me.
Oh, so there was...
Well, there were other letters which I didn't keep, but I told him not to be so daft and he went back to her and the upshot they were married.
Would never have imagined it.
No, well, It didn't go on for very long. Well, I didn't think it would do, but it happened.
You didn't tell her?
No, but I didn't exactly lie.
I mean, you couldn't.
No, you're the only person I've ever told. And if any of Armistead's friends knew, well, they're long since gone.
Well, I promise you, I'll never mention it.
No, I don't think you would. Anyway, even if you were given to gossip, it's not exactly hot off the press. Any road. The whole truth is my property. Like that letter. She's no right to it.
Much there. You've got a pair of queens and he's bluffing.
It's 10 to find out, isn't it?
10. See you.
4 queens.
Yeah.
Hey, hang on. There is the jack of spades.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
Can you lend us another 50p?
Yeah, sure.
Right, I'll put it down on the list there, okay?
Put it on that paper, yeah.
It's down, Right, thank you.
Now then, the game, gentlemen, is 5 cards. Stud, 2 changes, nothing wild. Big ace to bet, Ken.
Well, as a sporting gesture, 10. Blind. Hey, you know, I've forgotten how a man could enjoy a hand of poker.
4 to the 5, 3 to the 8, 1 to the 2.
It's not bad.
Hi, Janice. It's me, Lucille. Yeah. Have you seen Lorraine recently? No, me neither. Look, I wondered, are you doing anything tonight? Oh, no, I don't know anything that's happening. I just wondered if you'd like to come round. Oh, bring him round as well. No, to my flat. Yeah, I've got a flat now. Well, a room. Oh, well, I can't really. I'm skint. I have to pay a month in advance, you see. Oh, go on. I know it's Saturday night, but... All right then. Pop in if you're passing, eh? It's 21B Marsden Road. Yeah. See you.
Raise your 30.
Bluff. I know he's bluffing, but I stack.
Me too.
Yeah, you know. You're 30, and up 30, I'm dragging 30, Willie.
Okay.
You're 30. Raise your quid.
Quid? It's yours, mate.
Thank you.
Out of interest, Ken, did you have anything?
Yeah, 2 modest pairs.
30, 60, that's another 75.
No, I don't want to know what I owe.
Ken's deal.
Oh, my dear. Right. Well, let's see then. What shall we have?
Well, listen, fellas, I think we'd better make this the last hand.
The last hand.
Go for that.
Aye. Right.
30 drag.
I'm going to make you an offer that you can't refuse.
Well, come on, we're waiting.
What you owe me on a cut of the cards.
Could be a bad bet, that.
If you win, you don't owe me anything. If I win, you still don't owe me any money.
Sounds sneaky.
Oh, it is. What you owe me against your time at 10 bob an hour.
10 bob an hour?
Oh, I agree that Vic Feather wouldn't like it, but then, he's not a betting man, is he?
Where have you been?
Just having a quiet game of cards, you know.
Cards? You think you're going to play cards in here?
Oh, no, the lads don't think they're going to play cards.
Come on,
do you,
let's get
lads?
stuck in. I'm still pig sick over jacking on that flush.
Hey, now, what's going on?
I won them in a poker game.
We can get on for match of the day.
In fact, if Elsie asked me, I can honestly say I've been working.
Marvellous, innit, eh? Saturday rotten night.
You idle devil.
Isn't it? Saturday night.